I made a stop at Sports Car Parts LTD today out in Rockford, Tennessee, and this place is packed with Triumphs, MGs, Miatas, and classics everywhere. Let's take a quick look around. And so you guys know, Rob and Rob work together at this place. Rob owns the place, but we'll be talking to the other Rob. So when Rob refers to Rob, he's talking about the owner. I hope you got all that. Enjoy the video.
So what were you telling me here again? Now I finally got some equipment out and walking around here looking at all these cool old Triumph and British cars, and I'm here with Rob. Tell me what you were telling me about this. That's okay, why I had to break the camera out for this one.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a 37 MGTA. So they, I think, I'm not sure how many they imported to America. This is still a project that the other Rob bought, and but he's had it running. I don't know how. Probably never got it over 30 miles an hour because it's a handful. Mm-hmm. But
look at those skinny tires.
I know. I think we had to use motorcycle inner tubes. Because
gotcha.
You understand now, looking at the tires.
Full drums on and all.
Yeah. So I think they were only imported as.
What's the size of that? Does it have a size on the side?
Is that an 18?
It's an 18-inch rim, huh?
Maybe. But yeah, it even has the knockoff on the spare tire. You know, this is the fuel tank.
That is cool. Almost like luggage. You know, like the luggage straps to it. And
it has the hand crank in case you want to start it.
Oh my goodness.
They were only, I think they never did a left-hand drive version. So that any of them that were imported were right-hand drive.
Wow.
And it has the familiar carburetors.
Carb.
I think it's even got, hopefully there's no bees in here. But there used to be a toolbox there with some tool rolls. And the radiator is also the grill.
It's cool though. Probably haven't seen one of these. That's definitely one of those ones where you're, talking to a car guy and they go, "Oh, let me show you something." That's kind of what Rob just did here. He was like, "There's a room over here," and I was like, "Okay, what's going on back in this room?"
So there's no because of the construction. There's no electricity in here, but it's out of the weather. This is I think a 79.
Okay, this is this looks exactly like my Triumph.
Yeah.
But mine was brown when I had my Triumph.
Now I'm pretty sure the local high school painted it. A couple of guys from the Sea Ray boat shop bought it and they fixed it up. I think they had the Sea Ray upholstery shop people were able to redo the seats, and then they painted it because they already knew how to paint, you know.
Yeah.
If you can paint a boat.
It looks in really good shape. I mean,
yeah.
What kind of material is that on there?
I think it's the vinyl.
It's weird. Feeling in a way. So
it may not be original because they probably just whatever they could get a hold of. Well, it might be marine.
Oh, I love it, man. I always wanted to do that with mine. The dual tailpipe out the back like that. Yeah. Is that true duals?
It is true. It's an exhaust system that we sell actually.
Oh yeah.
I think it's from Moss Motors, but it's a dual. It's actually pretty loud. Every once in a while we'll take a drive with all the cars up to the mountains.
Yeah.
And I remember this one was especially
spicy.
Loud. Yeah.
Spicy.
I think this may be a MGA. Yeah, this is the MGA.
Wow.
He just bought this not too long ago.
That's cool. We're not going to have Rob take the whole thing off, but you can get the idea. I'll put something on the screen of one.
Hey, I'll try to find a picture of him in it. I think he had it at the last car show out in Townsend.
Oh, okay.
And
Do you guys do car shows often?
We just, personally, we show up, and with Rob usually takes his car. My cars aren't drivable yet. Projects, I guess. Parts car projects.
Now these parts cars, you said you guys don't sell many used parts, but is this where you usually get like your
Yeah,
your
we also
cars, or?
we have that trailer is basically full of used parts. Sometimes people will trade us parts for for new parts.
Sure.
And so this is actually a Bug Eye Sprite without the bonnet. I don't know if the bonnet is somewhere. It may be in the trailer. And this is a Sprite as well, but a little newer. I think this is a '79 Spitfire as well. It's just
Oh yeah. There I had that logo on it.
there was a guy in the car club who passed away, and we bought it from the family. Okay, no, that was a Sprite. This is the Bug Eye. That's like a '63 Sprite, and this is the Bug Eye, which is not much. And this is I think it's a '74 TR6 parts car. Now this one here, let me show you this one. This was a customer car Rob ended up buying, and he had an engine fire, so the paint was kind of messy. So he's like, you know what would be cool? A rubber bumper with a supercharger on it. And it has an overdrive. Rob actually drove it all the way out to Oregon from here. And it had plenty of power to stay on the interstate and go long distances.
Ever got a dyno?
No, I don't think he did. But yeah, he drove it out to Oregon and then had it shipped back. He's like, yeah, that's enough.
Yeah, I'm sure in that little thing it's going to be a heck of a ride.
Yeah, he has family out in Oregon, and also one of our biggest suppliers is in Oregon. So he gets to visit both of them. And this is actually a MGB that we cut the transmission tunnel out of it to test overdrive transmissions. So this is basically a jig, because the rest of the car is pretty far gone. But that way you can throw a transmission in real quick and test out a overdrive. Now this is a midget that we parted out. I think we're about to get rid of the shell now. I think all we're saving is the front in case someone wants to do a disc brake overhaul.
And you were telling me Rob buys a lot of
he's gotten into Miatas now, so he's had a race Miata for quite a long time. He had this one, and I think the other one we saw in the other building. This one I think has a track record somewhere. I'm not sure if he owned the car when it had the track record, but it may have. There's two different RX-7.
Yeah, and you told me you don't know which classes they were, but I was noticing earlier this
looks like
the
GT3. This is STL. I really don't know what a lot of that means. I'm not a racer.
One of you racers out there, let us know what that means. I'm sure you will them down in the comments.
I guess it's got the weight you gotta have. So
yeah, okay, yeah.
And then this, I think this one may have a blown engine. I can't remember the deal with this one, but I think he's jumped over to the spec Miata. I guess this is the orange car here. I think this car is actually for sale on Marketplace right now. So I guess this is STL as well.
2400 weight class.
Now this is the TVR. I think it's a 71 maybe. It's a 250. I can't remember if there's a letter designation. It's a 250 something. But hopefully a new engine will go into it soon. And the bonnet's leaning up against this RX-7.
Yeah.
And these are probably RX-7s that are,
These are
the race cars will probably never see the racetrack again. I don't know.
You don't see too many TVRs.
No. And it's funny, like this, the bonnet lifts up.
I don't think I've ever seen an old
So
TVR like this.
The
old.
bumper is almost on the ground when you're trying to work on the engine. So if you got to do anything, you know, substantial to the engine, you have to pull the bonnet off.
Yeah.
And it's
a lot of these old British cars were almost designed that way, weren't they? I mean,
yeah.
The clamshell was to help, but then you really had to take a lot of them off to really get to it.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you giving me a little tour of your shop today, Rob.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
Getting to see some cool cars. I always like to see some other people's collections and what they got going on. You know, I started off with British cars, like I told you myself. That was my first love of cars. So cool to see a lot of little old British cars, and to see that I'm not the only one that went from British to Miata.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's very common.
Yeah.
And like, you know, like it's sort of weird when we first started selling parts. We were in Rob's garage, you know, in his house basically, and there was parts in every room at his house. And then we finally moved to another shop, and then once we outgrew that shop, we had to come out here to a lot bigger warehouse.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit in the middle of nowhere, but you know, we're sort of to our own out here.
Well, sometimes it's better that way.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, appreciate you, Rob.
Big thanks to Rob and Rob out at Sports Car Parts LTD for showing me around today. We'll definitely be back for more cool cars. Hopefully we'll get to talk to Rob, the owner, and maybe find out about a few of those race cars that he's got. Remember, we can't fix everything in this crazy world, but we can fix these old cars. Love you guys, and we'll see you soon.